through the NFL schedules.
Yep.
And it prompted a question while we continue our deep dive.
Yes.
Why are some of the NFL games in week one such dog games compared to
Because,
what we found in college football?
because NFL doesn't know how to schedule. It's like they decided to jump on Madden and hit randomize.
Oh no. You mean Brick jumped on this and randomized it again?
Yeah, I think so, yes. I'm telling you, there are
Because you
so many
start
better games in college for week one.
listen, you want to know how much of a dog schedule week one is in the NFL? Cowboys, Eagles
To open it.
to open the damn thing.
What
I'm
type of
sorry
bull?
that slipped.
What type of bull, dude?
I have no idea. Napoleon Jonamite, there's a reason I said that. Jed mentioned she's scared of the monsters in a game called Repo, and one of them is a literal giant floating. I just saw Napoleon, I just saw the tail end of that comment and I started laughing.
Yeah.
But you got Cowboys, Eagles, week one.
And that's the open.
I'm sorry. What?
Again, who jumped on Madden and hit randomize?
Meanwhile, in college football, you got some beauties in week one.
And I've already got 6 of them listed for our predictions.
Let's tell them the 6 we got listed for predictions, and I'll tell you the ones that I'm going to put the headset on and broadcast. Let's go. Let's do it.
All right. So far, the 6 I've got for Thursday night to kick it off: Nebraska, Cincinnati from Arrowhead. That's a Thursday night game
And
to
I
open
have
the
a
party.
big time affinity for Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah.
I have a big time affinity for Arrowhead Stadium.
Friday, Auburn, Baylor.
If I don't have a WNBA game to do that week, if I don't have an Indiana Fever game to do that night, I'm putting the headset on.
Well,
in fact, that's probably why I'm going to pull back from doing Monday Night Baseball so I can figure their schedule now that we have times and locations out.
Exactly. The other Friday night game that we've got on the list: Georgia Tech, Colorado.
I have 3 words for you, and I know this is way early. I smell upset.
That would not surprise me because Tech is actually favored by 3.5.
I smell upset.
Now,
and not a lot of people are going to be on the Colorado bandwagon this year now that Travis Hunter's gone and now Shedeur Sanders is going.
Yeah. Saturday.
Yes, Pumpkin.
Saturday, Fox opens up its schedule with Texas traveling to the Shoe in Ohio State.
Doing it. You may as well put broadcast right by that.
I've already got that noted. Now, mind you, I've got to find a few more games to make this an even 10-pack. But
hang a star on that. Every game that Dog puts a star behind, we're behind the mic for it. Definitely Texas, Ohio State.
Now, Sunday, a rivalry gets renewed. Ladies and gentlemen, the return of Catholics versus convicts. Notre Dame travels to Miami.
And that's at Joe Robbie Stadium. Put a star by it.
And then to wrap up the week, Monday night. Mind you, this is a few days before the NFL schedule kicks off.
Bill Belichick regular season debut.
TCU travels to North Carolina to see Coach B. And those are even odds on that game currently.
Frogs and Heels from Kenan Stadium. You can't make this up. There was a couple of others that I saw that I may put an eye on. And I believe this first one I'm looking at is Saturday. The Battle of Death Valley.
Yes, LSU.
Clemson.
Yes. A 7:30 game in Clemson.
I've been to Death Valley. I'm surprised I still have ears. I'm surprised I still have ears. The contractor is with us. Salute to you, my friend. Contractor, where are you tuning in from? What city are you tuning in from? Because everybody that tunes in, we want to shout them out properly.
Now,
LSU and Clemson.
Yep.
At
Clemson.
Then some of the dog games we found.
Oh, these are just games. Monkey butt ugly.
Here's
come on here.
Here's two of them. Missouri State travels to California to face USC.
That's dog, dude. That's dog.
Then New Mexico
to Michigan. And that's the NBC game.
That's the NBC debut. And you want a bigger dog? You want a bigger dog than that? How about this one? And we're just in week 1.
Yeah.
Georgia State and Ole Miss from Vaught Hemingway in Oxford.
Yeah.
And the contract is in the DC. Contract is in the DC area. Hail to the Redskins.
Here's another one, and this is a 3:30 game on ESPN. So I don't know why they're carrying this one.
Okay.
But in the backyard of the house, Marshall and Georgia.
Damn.
Who came up with that bull?
So Thundering Herd and Dogs.
Yes. On ESPN.
I know Larry Munson nor Scott Howard, the late great Larry Munson, would not take this game off. But I guarantee you, being in this game 30 years, I know there are some games that Larry Munson would look and go, do I actually have to do this one? But he was the longtime voice of the Bulldogs, and I feel the same about Scott Howard.
Right.
Scott Howard's the voice of the Dogs. You don't take a game off.
No, you don't.
Marshall and Georgia. I might look at that one just because.
You really think Marshall may actually pull something against GA?
No, I'm looking for Georgia to hang 60 on them.
Ew.
Here's one I may look at, which may make my wife interested. Old Dominion and Indiana. Now, that's a dog game considering Indiana's favored by 23.5. But there's a proud Hoosier behind me.
Yep.
So we may do a little sports machine duty that day.
Yeah.
But that's the Marshall without the players who entered the transfer portal after Charles Huff left for Southern Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder it's 23.5.
Right.
No, check that. Georgia's the big. Oh, No, I got one even better.
Okay.
No, check that. I read it wrong.
Now,
Georgia is favored by almost 39.
Yes. That's dog walking.
39. No wonder the game's at 3:30.
Yeah. Now, bear in mind, a lot of these lines are wicked early. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these games still have to actually have their lines come out.
Yeah.
But if this is the early line and we are 2+ months away.
Oh, Lord.
Lord only knows how bad they're going to be when we get closer to the week.
They're going to grow.
Oh, some of these are going to be expanding.
Some of these are going to be stupid large.
Yeah. Nice.
I just found that one this morning.
Now, but that just brought up something because I was also kind of keeping an eye on the video game side, and NCAA College Ball 26 releases next month, and they put so many more team-specific things in the game this year. Mm-hmm. And one of them that I'm actually looking forward to, if you end up playing down in Virginia Tech, you're not hearing things.
You'll hear
Sandman is coming for you.
You'll hear Enter Sandman.
You will hear Enter Sandman. One of the all-time greatest openings for any team. Yes, a lot of people are going to be biased towards the fight songs.
Or any person, Mariano Rivera.
Yep. To hear an entire stadium belting that song out tells you you're in deep, you know what?
You're in deep bleep. There,
Yes.
how's that?
So, again, one of the best traditions in college football.
Now, looking at the NFL side, now we have all these entertaining games listed in week 1 on the college side.
Yep.
One of the most entertaining games on the NFL side in week 1 is going to be Chiefs and Chargers.
Yeah.
And folks, that's on YouTube. Uh-oh.
Ooh, that's going to be interesting.
Now listen to some of these week 1 matchups in the NFL. We're looking strictly at the NFL right now.
Yep.
Browns, Bengals.
Who came up with that dog mess?
Who made this up? I'm going to reserve judgment on the Buccaneers and the Falcons. I'm going to reserve judgment on that. But
again, we also have to go back to Dallas, Philly.
Philadelphia.
Sorry, Victor.
I'm not watching that.
Neither am I. We know how this is going to go.
Let me get an extra opinion on this. Honey, the first Thursday night game is Cowboys-Eagles.
Well, good thing I have to work and
we'll be sleeping. And that's a drop. Vic, I wouldn't call the Raiders Patriots a rivalry, just so you know.
Good thing I have to work and I'll be sleeping.
Right? Ryan McCarthy just basically said that Dr.
K with another elbow off the top rope.
Dr. K just pulled this.
As God is my witness, I love that woman. Every time she zings all of us. Not just me. She zings. When she knows I'm on the air, she zings all of us.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
You want a dog game in week 1 in the NFL? Forgive me, Ryan. Steelers, Jets.
1 o'clock.
In New Jersey.
1 o'clock on CBS.
Thank God it's 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
But I'm already on duty at 1 o'clock. I've got the Dolphins and the Colts.
Yeah. And here's the interesting thing. And of course, once again, these lines are going to change as we go through the preseason.
Yeah. The
early line has this game at even odds.
Keep it that way. What's the early line on the one I have at 4:05, Niners and Seahawks?
Early line, San Fran by 2.
That'll grow.
That'll grow.
How about Lions and Packers? What's the early line on that one? Because that's going to be a good one.
Green Bay by 1.
That'll switch. That will switch.
The biggest line so far that I'm looking at, and there's 2 of them, is Tennessee, Denver with Denver by 7, and Dallas, Philly with Philly by 7.
Only 7?
Only 7.
They're only allowing the Eagles to lay 7 points?
Yes.
7 points at home, ring night. They raise the banner. They turn the house lights off.
And they're only predicted they're only laying 7.
And they're only laying 7 points.
Yes.
If Will Howard's Ryan says the early line is even because we don't know who will be at quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Very true point. Though I think it'll be Will Howard. If the Steelers were smart, and again, we're talking about the Steelers, they'd give Will Howard the keys right now.
Yeah, well, you know the fact that they'd waiting.
Slam the door, and they will slam the door in Aaron Rodgers' face. And as my honey says best, he needs to go the bleep away and stay away.
Yeah, but the unfortunate thing is right now in regards to this whole Aaron Rodgers thing, Pittsburgh's quite frankly.
You're screwed. Yeah, you're totally screwed.
Why'd you beat me to that? Because I was looking dead at it.
Payback.
Oh, so that's how you want to play it, eh?
Yeah.
Well, just like your Patriots are going to take a big fat. Nah. You
Okay,
punk.
first off, you're saying the Raiders are going to beat New England?
Oh, hell no. I'm not saying that aloud. Are you kidding?
I was about to say.
Are you kidding? And then expect you to respond with this?
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh. Stop lying.
Or this?
You fool!
Or this?
Stop the cap.
Or this?
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
No, no. I hate to tell you, but
Are
quite
you in the
frankly,
office this week? I think Vic's in the office.
yeah, I
This week.
think he is. But
Yeah.
no, quite frankly, it would have been more like this.
Shut up, bitch.
And by the way, Vic, if we really wanted to actually kick you about things, bud, we would have done this.
This happened.
This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation.
Then if we hit him with that, which we just did, one day he just might pop in here late and go, okay, give me the random musings of
Vicola.
and to the creator of that bite, Cole Johnson, you are bleeping evil, and we love you for that.
Yeah. And then when it's all said and done, I'm like, huh, you really want us to kick you? Okay.
Hey, ain't nobody.
Man, get that off my screen. But I hate to say this, to open the NFL season with the Cowboys and the world champion Eagles,
Ew.
a team that will never see another Super Bowl again, against a team that will always be competing for a Super Bowl. I hate to do it, but
I mean, that's about as much anarchy as Jen has playing Marvel Rivals.
no, that's not just anarchy. That's Jen has total anarchy. There's a difference.
True.
There's a difference. Jen has total anarchy. You know why she has total anarchy? Because this timer is running saying 55 hours, not 55 minutes, 55 hours. And she hasn't even warmed up yet, even with the warm up that we gave her to start the thing.
Exactly. And apparently,
and I know
Stephon
Jen's
Diggs
going
is
to give me about 1,000 more bonk sticks upside the head if Jody doesn't beat her to it.